We got one Skool community to over 100K months already. And this is like a Skool Cowboy challenge, which really means we want to get 9 more Skool communities, 100K months. That's essentially what we do with our agency. And in this video, we're going to break down if Skool as a total, it's worth the hype. We've been building on the platform for over 2 years, made 7 figures plus. So it's going to be interesting for you. So what do I mean with hype? So a lot of people, also us including, in the beginning when we got started, which see that as like this big opportunity because like you have like Sam Owens, like an OG in the info space, and then you have like Alex Hormozi, who's just like invested, who's like the 2 biggest people in the space, and it's like, okay, this is like something awesome. This is going to be huge, and it's going to be like an all-in-one ecosystem. And then we basically just like confused Skool as it is with like a business model. We thought, okay, Skool is a business model, and that's basically how we were going into it back then. So as we started like Blue Cycling, we thought, okay, this is now a school we're building essentially, and this is like the business, but essentially we were wrong. So what I mean with that is like we confused Skool for an all-in-one solution, but it only is like a specific product solution. So what this means is it's great for hosting community, it's great for hosting the calendar. It basically brings everything together in one place. It was what the vision back then of the platform was, because back then you had like all kind of crazy stuff. You had like a community and Facebook group. You basically had the course in Kajabi, and then you had to tie it together with Zapier and a bunch of stuff. And this was shitty. And that's where basically Skool came around as a product solution. And then they have an about page to it where they market it's like a marketing solution, and there's like slapped on the label of all-in-one solution. But we basically pretty much had to realize that that's not the case, because like Skool hosts the offer and it doesn't bring you any buyers. So essentially just like means it's like the premium solution for building a product. And that's also like where it shines, and the people who understand that also like build great communities. But a lot of people are like struggling because they have no audience and stuff, and they just like think, okay, I'm going to start at Skool and then everything is going to work out for me, but it's not the case. So if you have not a fundament, then you also don't have to launch a product and stuff. And that's essentially what Skool is. So Skool just like allows you to put your expertise and package it up in a really smooth way, and then bring it together with a community, which is huge because people are more and more isolated nowadays. Like they really look for someone like speak about problems. So for us, instance, through cycling, it's like people over 50, like usually 50 to 70, you're just like cycling and have all the same issues, and it just really brings them close together, which is like an awesome experience for everyone. But if you not already have the people who are like interested in that, then it's like you just like have basically an empty room for $9 a month, which gets you nothing. And that's what we had to realize. So we didn't make that mistake in the beginning, to be honest, because we were just like back then partnered up with Scott, who already had an audience. But I've just like in these 2 years seen so many people just like put so much effort into it, and just like it went nothing essentially, because it didn't have the audience and it didn't have the fundament. So it will get you nowhere if you don't have an audience. You have to understand that. So the only other way you can go about it is basically how we have done it, is like doing like a operator style model, so which is like partnering up with someone who already has an audience and then building it from there. But to be totally honest, there you need to skill. So we already had like an agency before that, have done like multiple 7 figures in e-com and done a bunch of other stuff. And that's why it was really easy for us to just like transfer the skill set over here and just like do it on Skool, essentially. Because if you can sell stuff on Shopify, then you can like sell stuff on Skool, because like Skool is the product, as I said. But if you have no skill, then it's like Skool is a terrible idea for you. And also if you're the marketer, it's like it's an easy way to start a business. It might be at some point in the future when like more clarity about how everything works. But to be totally honest, right now it's just like the wild, wild west. It's just like people with great audiences who have something generally to teach, and just like they slap it on a Skool, and then once the people are in the Skool, then it actually works. Because once you got someone in the Skool, then that's where the actual magic happens, because everything is in one place and it's so easy and so seamless, and you can really get all the benefits. But right now, 90% of effort is getting people in the Skool, and only 10% is after. That's why you also see like the people who are crushing most on Skool are the people who already have like gigantic channels, like huge YouTube, massive audiences, just like sending them straight to Skool, because it's all like warm audience who like already trust in them and just like want to learn more. And there's like a few people crushing it. So let's say like 30, 40, 50 people who are just like really crushing it right now. And the rest basically pretty much like has to work really hard. And to be totally honest, I was like with what we have in regards to audience, but we still had to build the entire system. So we actually have like an entire funnel ecosystem built that now is automated, so it works smoothly. But get people inside of the Skool, because once you crack that, then it actually makes sense, and then it actually like is a really awesome business to run. Because as I said, once you get the people in, it's great retention and great LTV, and you can sell people up in like different packages, and so also what we do. So Skool isn't the end of the story. It's just like the hub to have a community, and then what you can do, you can just like sell up different things. So for example, we do sell up coaching with like an in-person coach, or not an in-person coach, but it's just like another coach who can then like coach them and give them more support. And then we also like do in-person events. So recently we launched like an in-person event in Mallorca. We made like around like 130 grand just like from making it available in the community, because the community is so strong. But to get to that point, you have to get people in. And that's basically where most people fail. So I've seen so many schools come and go because people just like mistake it for a business model instead of just like as a product what it is. So Skool is essentially not like Shopify. Shopify is the entire marketing ecosystem you can use with like, you can build the pages and everything, and you have all the automation and the stuff. Then the product, but Skool is different. So Skool is the product you would sell. So let's say you would have a Shopify store and you would sell like a leggings or whatever. Like we've been selling with that. It's like, you can then just like see this at the product. So like this would be Skool. The physical product would be Skool. Yeah, but it's like there's like no point if you don't have a something there that will basically just like build the other stuff. And that's basically the mistake people make. Because in the end, like with Skool, you get everything on the product side, but you get nothing on like the sales ecosystem side and the marketing ecosystem side. And most people just like have to figure that out. So it won't get you anywhere. Just like look at like the 30, I said, for 30 to 50 top performance. Okay, it works for these guys. It will work for me as well. These guys have a genetic audience and they're all outliers. So it most probably won't work for you in that way. So don't get me wrong. It makes 100% sense. And if you have genuine audience build, you have something genuine to offer, you have something genuine to teach, it's awesome for you. But then you can't mistake it as a business model. It's just like Skool. It's just like an improvement or like an up level for existing business. It's like just like you would now get your product to the next level. So for example, you were, let's say, selling some product all along. So let's say you were selling like some whatever. It's like some gadget or something, and then you're just like getting it to like the next level and making like 2 to 3 times better, and then the product is better. That's basically what Skool is. It's just like an improvement on the product side, and takes a lot of headache away from you there, but it doesn't replace anything else. So if you would just like sum it up from what I learned, it's like, is the hype about Skool justified? To be totally honest, I would say no, because like pretty much like whenever like something new comes out, it's like people are going like all crazy. It's like then like ClickFunnels came out like, yeah, this is like the revolution. It's like this landing page builder, and like same with Shopify. Okay, it's not a business model if you don't have a great product to sell on Shopify and don't know how to run ads and stuff. It won't do anything for you. And it's like pretty much with Skool as well. It's like it's a great niche solution around the product, but that's basically pretty much it. So it makes life way easier for people who basically build like general info products. Makes life way easier for people who already have great audiences built, but for everyone else, it doesn't do much. So it's like that. There's no magic pills to get anywhere in life. It's just like you have to do the hard work essentially, and that's basically just like to sum up the video. So if you have like seen, don't like, okay, Skool is a solution for everything. It's not. It's just like it's a really great niche solution to build a really great community. Would also like state it's the best out there by far. That's why we also like said we're doing like this Skool corporate challenge. We're basically just like building more of these communities essentially. I want to build 10, and then we're also going to build all of them on Skool because it's the best product thing. But we are still going to have to partner with people who already have the audience built, like we've done with Scott, and we still have going to be built like in our funnel ecosystem. We just have to copy paste what we have done for Bulletproof essentially. Because if we don't do that, then it won't work. And also like have proof that it won't work otherwise. We basically underestimated that. So we started this like Skool Cowboy Challenge a while ago, actually, and we also like did it with multiple people. Just like we went like. We said, okay, we had great like Swiss Bulletproof. Now it's like start with multiple people at once. We actually did. And we launched like multiple communities in 1 month, which was kind of crazy at the end. But with like 3 communities do really well. And at the same time, we just like also had like 2 communities we actually launched and that made $0, which is like pretty tough. So basically we made like multiple 7 figures in live with like multiple different stuff. And then we launched 2 communities that made $0. And in the other video, I'm going to break down why. And this is going to give you like a way better and way deeper insight about this. So just like some of this video is Skool worth the hype? No, but if you use it right, it's the best thing ever you could have in regards like a product thing. So basically, if you have an info business, anything, if you have a good, great audience, the good way to go for your Skool. But don't think it's like something you make an account and then you get rich. It's like, this doesn't work as always. So see you in the next one.